The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talks with Todd.
Yeah, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Talks with Todd. I'm your host, B. Todd, man, and we about to have a great show, man. I got my homie Mel in the building. I got Miles on the ones and twos, and he's joining us for the conversation for the day. And, man, we about to have a great show, man. Listen, before we even get started, I gotta ask you, gentlemen, R&B wise, what was the most recent thing y'all listened to?
R&B wise, I'm ashamed to say, I'm still on Leon's EP. Folks.
Oh, that's what you mean? You ashamed to say that was fire?
Yeah, but I know some stuff came out that I should have been listening to. I just been stuck on Folks and Mutt, so.
Got you. I got you. Man, I've been I tapped in with Ari Lennox album. It's fire. Love it. It's like it's real, it's smooth. It got a bit of everything on there, but it's for the most part it's smooth. It's like I would call that soulful R&B. And LMA. LMA album is phenomenal. They both put together some great R&B albums, man. Salute to those sisters, man. Y'all, they did a great job. But we gonna get into this J. Cole. But before we get into it, I gotta say I listened to Cameron's podcast this morning, and he started talking about what happened between him and J. Cole and why he's suing J. Cole. And I gotta say, listening to that made me understand why this album turned out the way that it did. So for the people that don't know about the situation with J. Cole and Cameron is currently suing J. Cole because J. Cole basically didn't stand on his word. You know, he was supposed to give Cameron a verse on a few occasions because he needed Cameron for previous albums. Cameron, you know, came through for him. He said, all I want is the favor in return. That's all he wanted. He didn't even want to get paid. So when it was time for him to jump on one of his projects, he couldn't do it. So he said, you know what, forget it. I'm in media for real now. Let me interview you. J. Cole, he pranced around that basically saying, oh, I don't want to do an interview right now because the Kendrick beef going on, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually that turns into him saying, well, all right, I'm going to go ahead and interview you anyway. I'm going to interview you anyway without talking about Kendrick. So then he says, well, no, we got to talk about Kendrick. So you see how confusing it get. So then he changed up the time and date that he wanted to do the interview. So then finally, the fifth attempt that Cameron tried to get J. Cole on the album, J. Cole finally just declined and said, I just can't do it at all right now. So he like, well, okay, I need to get paid. So that's how Cameron ended up in the situation to where he was suing J. Cole. But that back and forth alone made me understand why this album has mixed reviews. So before I give my review, I'm going to let you gentlemen go ahead and talk about what you guys, we're going to start off on a positive note. Miles, what did you like about the album?
Everything.
Okay.
I liked everything. Well, 99.9%.
Okay.
The 0.1% is basically whoever was the leading producer or the project manager of the film.
Okay.
I mean of the movie. I mean of the album. We just talking about films. Basically, didn't set the mold. It was everywhere. The album was everywhere. It made you feel good. Made you feel happy. Made you feel Black Power. Made you feel community driven. and I don't think that's a good intent for an album at this time
Got you.
to have the temperature that he has to produce that type of album in that order. But if they would have pocketed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they did the intro. The other intro should be we crossing Linux 25th, whatever.
Right.
And they giving the description of what they doing and the show the lead. So this is the mood it's going into. Like maybe had a skit say, oh, so you ain't about the brothers and whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think when people put albums together, they just trying to rush and get it out because they are getting pressure from both ends.
I hear you. Mel, what about you, bro? On the positive note, how did you feel about the album?
I feel like this solidified J. Cole as the best rapper.
Okay.
Period. He rapped on this album. He rapped. That's like the most positive thing I can say about the album is that he kind of solidified his spot as rapper. If you want to put it the big three or whatever, like for me, it's just like pure rapping, pure pen to pad. Uh, J. Cole is basically solidifying his spot as like y'all really can't mess with me. The storytelling is immaculate, on point. The rhymes, the flows is great. Um, Choices of words, way he put his metaphors together, the way he put his bars together. The rhyme schemes are these are difficult rhyme schemes to do, and he does it kind of effortlessly. And it just kind of proves that he's the better rapper out of anybody that you want to put in the top three or four or whatever, the big three, whatever you want to call it. And
Okay.
he's the best rapper out. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm kind of feeling them on that.
Yeah. For me, I like the album because, well, what I like about the album is some of the stories he told. I liked how much more personal he got on these on some of these songs. And also, I like the fact that it even came out because he's been working on this for the longest, and it sounded like he was ready to be done. So I'm not, but what I will say is this: I hope this is not his last album, but if it is, I understand, and that's what I got to say positive about it. Now we're going to get into the negative portion about it. Miles, I'm gonna start off with you, bro. Yeah,
Negative?
yeah.
Wow. I was agreeing with Mel all the way 100%. I think the negative of it, if we talking about from the competitive end, it don't beat Kendrick's energy.
Right.
So if I was to say on a bipolar situation, I think if you put Kendrick Lamar album and J. Cole's album together as a dual disc, it'd be perfect. Because that's the more aggressive end of
Are you talking about Kendrick's last album?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Kendrick's last album comparable to J. Cole's. I think if you compare them, Kendrick just have more aggressiveness.
Yeah.
That's it.
I agree.
To me, they one in the same albums. They just one is more aggressive than the other. There ain't no one better than that album. Kendrick's ain't better than J. Cole's. J. Cole's not better than Kendrick's.
Yeah.
They just more aggressive, and I don't really have nothing negative at all to say.
I do, but I'm gonna wait. Mel, you go ahead and go, bro.
This album lacked an A&R.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, basically.
I agree.
I think it's 24 songs. It's an hour and 41 minutes which is 100 minutes of a story that I feel like never really ended, and I never where it began. I had to really listen to it to really see where the story was. The storyline was in this, and I think it started at "Who the Fuck Is You?" This where it started, and then it kind of ended with the let out, but it was like, okay, now we got a whole nother disc, and what's the story? What are we trying to tell?
Right.
The ode to hip hop, or is this a story about you going back to Fayetteville and your experiences? It's just it seemed kind of like all over the place, like not one definitive direction. Like I said, the rapping is up to par. Even the songs, if you listen to it, they're not bad songs. It just seemed like a lot of it's not needed on this.
Yeah. Yep.
A whole lot of it is not needed on this album. I think you got 24 songs. If you could bring it down to 14, it'll probably be a great album. And to what was said about the Kendrick album in comparison, the one thing I think about the Kendrick album that was different, which I really didn't like either, but Kendrick had that soft music, and then he kind of got aggressive. So it would be one song where he's like super aggressive, like TV off. Then he would come back with like The Garden or Luther, and it was like, even though like he could have did better with like placing those songs, it was still like I'm giving you different parts of me. Like I'm giving you every part of what you like about Kendrick, and I don't think we got that from Cole on this album. And maybe that was on purpose. Maybe he
Right.
decided that this was a personal album, and what it sounds like is like a labor of love. Like this is something that I'm doing for me. But the bad part is you put it out to the masses, and now the masses get to critique what you did out of love for your neighborhood or your city or the love of hip hop. And now we got to sit here and judge somebody who's obviously a great artist, but maybe didn't put out the best body of work.
Yeah. I
Wow.
agree.
Wow.
I agree. I personally believe that to your comment about J. Cole being the best rapper, yes, I could see that. But from a competitive standpoint, I gotta disagree because he put out a song on the project before this one. Well, the project before the last one as well, because he had a mixtape before the album.
Yeah.
Might delete later. He went at Kendrick. I didn't like the diss in the first place because he took too much from the Jay-Z and Nas battle. It wasn't creative to me. Then you hear this album, the song Poor Thing. He going off on the hometown bum or whatever he was. And he had all the smoke in the world for him. And nobody knew who this guy was. I mean, they know now, I'm pretty sure. But it's like, it was just too flippy floppy to me because on one end you apologizing to Kendrick. Then you said you wouldn't have lost the battle, you would have lost a friend. Well, how if it was just a friendly competition? How would you lose a friend over a friendly competition? I've had a battle with one of my homies before in high school. We're still cool to this day. So you wouldn't have lost a friend. You might lose the battle or something.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm guaranteeing that Kendrick and Drake is no longer friends.
No. I'm not talking about Kendrick and Drake. I'm talking about J. Cole and going against.
I'm digging that, but he probably said he probably couldn't even take the heat that Kendrick was going to bring.
True.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but you can't talk this. I'm the GOAT. I'm the best. And when it's time for you to show that you the best,
Yeah.
then we're here. And then you're diverting all your attention towards this bum back in North Carolina.
Did he name the
Kind of
bum?
like a sparring partner.
Nah.
You know who I thought it was?
Who?
I thought he was talking about the old him.
Really?
That's what I thought he was talking about.
If that was the case, then that would have been dope.
That's what I thought. I thought he was talking about the old him.
Yeah.
That's what I thought he was talking about. He was talking about the jealousy and all that.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, Cole was saying how he was so indecisive.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was
And that's where the problem is that I see with the album. It is indecisiveness.
but that's because I think it's definitely because of the A&R.
Right.
I believe it's like what Mel said. He had poor. He didn't have no direction. That's what I was saying in the beginning. He didn't have no one to tell him how to place.
Yeah.
To put the placement of the songs correctly.
It's okay to have help, Cole. Like I really wish he would have let somebody else step in the room with him while this project was being completed. Because not only is it too many songs, it's too many stories. Even though I like the stories, I just don't want to hear a bunch of stories. Where's the more the versatility that I know he has. That, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I want him to make another Forest Hills Drive. I feel like lyrically he's better than that. But the song making ability, to me, for this album, it declined.
Yeah. I think J. Cole tried to wear way too many hats on this album. You can hear him in his producer bag. Even when he's rapping, you can hear like him trying to make sure the beat is flowing with the words. Like I think he co produced a lot of these songs. You got T minus on there. You got the Alchemist on there. You got a lot of people on there that's producing, that's making beats. But it seems like J. Cole is really like trying his best to wear every hat, and you don't do that at your level. At your level, and for what you're trying to prove in this and with this album, because the talk was this is your best album, this is the fall off, this is gonna solidify you as the greatest rapper of all time, and it was lackluster. Like it was definitely not up to par with like you showcasing that. Like I said, it showcased the fact that you're the best rapper, maybe
Right.
right now. But it's like does it put you in the elite, especially with a double disc? Does it put you in the elites with um, the Tupacs, the Biggies, people who made great double albums, even even like it kind of puts you like in the mind of like Blueprint 2 tried too much. And then when Jay came back with like 2.1, like,
Yeah.
okay, you would have did it like this.
See? So you get my point.
Yeah, but can I say this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to look at. I think because Jay-Z was did 2.1. I think he learned from doing Blueprint 2 and listening to Biggie and Pac, knowing that this is more. It was more than just throwing songs together.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have to remember that Tupac and Biggie double albums was forced. These are forced songs.
Yeah,
These are forced projects. And when you have a forced project, you don't care how it gets done. You just want it done.
Right. Okay.
And so when Jay-Z came out with 2.1, you were like, that should have been Blueprint 2.
Right.
But they had a lot of time to analyze that. You know,
Yeah.
they had data. You can get data and hear the feedback.
Yeah.
And then he can come back with 2.1, and he's the only person who actually done it.
Yeah, see, I like All Eyes on Me. I like Life After Death. I think they're great albums, but everybody else can't make those albums. Even though they were forced, it still sounded better than a lot of other people that came out with double disc.
Yeah. But nobody really came out with double disc before that.
Yeah.
Nobody came out with them.
Yeah. So
I mean,
when Jay-Z did it, like I said, I like songs from both, but the same thing that I can say about the Cole album, had he chopped it down, it would have sounded better. Way better. Who else made a double disc? Nas did it before. Streets Disciple didn't like that. I mean, I liked some songs off of it, but again,
we're talking about Force Records.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but Cole, this was a passion project for Cole.
Yeah.
So the fact that it was a passion project and this is what we had, it was just like, wow. Like some of the flips he used, I didn't care for. To me, I think the biggest problem I have with it is that it lacked, like the diss record that he made to Kendrick, that he apologized for, it lacked creativity. Some of the hooks, they lackluster. Some of the, you know what I'm saying? Some of the concepts wasn't what I thought it was going to be, especially if he's talking about this is going to be his last project. As far as me being entertained goes, I like the mixtape he dropped before the album.
Yeah, the Blizzard.
Yeah, the birthday Blizzard. I enjoyed that.
I mean, did he have any of those songs spill over to the new project? Because I didn't hear them.
No. It basically he got DJ Clue and he rapped over all Bad Boy beats.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, it was like 4 songs. Dope. And he was just straight spitting.
I heard he was dope on that.
Yeah, he was killing it. So it got everybody amped up to get ready for this album. And then when the album came, it was just like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Too, I think if we looking back, hindsight is of course 2020. But looking back, it's like, okay, it seems like I couldn't put these type of songs on the album. I'm gonna just give them to y'all on this little EP mixtape type feel. And it's like, I know y'all want this from me, but I didn't put it on the album, so here y'all go. But for people, it was received like, okay, this is what we can expect from the album.
Yeah.
Versus you saying, like, nah, I didn't give it to you like this on the album, so I'm gonna give it to you like that. Either you should have put those songs from the Blizzard 26 on a mixtape after you drop the album, or on a deluxe version of the album. Like, listen, his songs that I also did, or stuff that I also worked on during the process. I'm gonna give it to you on like a deluxe type, or just give it to you afterwards. I know y'all missed this from me from the album, so I'm gonna give it to you.
Right.
Well,
We
can I
got
ask?
or it's like we can expect this on the album. We looking forward to it. Now we hyped up, but yeah, I think it was bad. It was strategically bad, and it made me. It made me. It made me. It was kind of sad for Cole because this is Cole's first independent album.
Right.
It's a chance for him to reap the spoils and really like set himself and say, "Listen, if you're going to be defiant towards the industry and say I don't need y'all in that capacity, then you got to show how great you are wearing all these hats, or you got to admit that, well, I do need y'all in some capacity. That's it."
Well, that was gonna be my question. Are we looking from this from a business standpoint, a fan standpoint, or a new consumer standpoint?
You got to look at it from all the standpoints because
Yeah.
all the,
No, no, not really. Because here's one thing we know for sure, right? When LL first came out, we thought he was the hardest rapper till he made "I Need Love," right?
True.
So I'm gonna put it out there. The reason I say this because, okay, I made records before, so I ain't saying that y'all haven't or don't know or don't understand. But once you putting out a record, your fan base assumes for you to look a particular way anyway. LL after that did not make another love record for a while, right?
Got you.
Because he getting sponsorship and endorsements and everything from everywhere else that don't say nothing about love. You know what I mean?
True.
When he was labeled as a Hallmark record guy, because he made "I Need Love," everybody started using the music, the melodies, and all that, in different commercials. And he even said, "You thought even cannabis came at him like, dude, 99% of your people wear high heels, right?"
Right.
So the theory of life in business, what I would suggest, the reason why I like J. Cole album, because he gave the perfect example of his records could be played on all different formats,
Right.
or even the instrumentals. We have to remember he's a producer. New people don't know that he's a producer.
That's true.
You feel me?
Yeah.
We don't look at all the hats that he wears. We don't, and the new people ain't gonna care how many hats that he's wearing.
Yeah, they just care about the music.
And he do understand the emotional standpoint where younger people are in their mind state right now. And that's what I feel he was giving us. He was giving us an introduction. Because me and you, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna go to a J. Cole concert. I'm not gonna go.
I've never been to one, and I don't plan on going to one either.
And I think Mel would agree he won't go neither, okay? Because he gonna be 99% taller than everybody that's there. I can tell. So, but I'm just saying that the honest truth is when we look at how something may look or feel, an artist like J. Cole, he sees it. He gets the suicide letters. He gets those, you know what I mean? He gets all the, we don't get that. So some of them songs that he was reaching out to people, not to in the musical way, but in the medicine way.
Like the song when he was talking about some guy had a problem with him. Not the song where he was dissing somebody from hometown. The other one when the guy was gay, then he finally moved to Atlanta, come out the closet.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
I think he was talking about old boy who Diddy blew up his car.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, we got to really think of. When I listen to an album from rappers, I don't look at it. I look at it more serious. I don't look at it from a musical standpoint. Because this is the only time they can express themselves.
Got you.
Without being judged.
Yeah.
Because if they're going to be judged, they're going to be judged by their fans. Because if that's the case, Michael Jackson's new career would have never happened with Thriller. Because Off the Wall wasn't a Thriller.
No, it wasn't.
So we had to think artists grow. and they only gonna go to their best ability with their own thoughts. When you're creative, you don't let nobody hold you or pin you into what you should do.
Got you.
That's why I think he released all these records so people could just take their pick. Because before you couldn't take a pick, you were just force fed a song till you liked it.
Yeah, that's true.
So as the industry changed, as far as their methods through streaming, you best have a smorgasbord than say, "Oh, we got a spaghetti."
Right.
I think
Yeah.
I can agree with that. My thing is, J. Cole is a tortured soul, obviously. You walk around with dashikis on, you work for $1 billion, you got dashikis on, and you on a pedal bike. It's like, you're socially conscious, but is it, and I think he don't care for real. I really don't think he cares. At the end of the day, I don't think he cares. I'm going to do it.
It sound like he didn't care, like to a degree.
No, the way that man delivered them lyrics, he cared.
No. I'm talking about I'm talking about. No. I know he care about his lyrics. I'm talking about how he put the album out, like how he put it together. I don't think he cared about. I think this was more.
I
so,
agree.
Yeah, I think this was more so. All right, this is my passion project. I care about what I feel about this album.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? This one wasn't for the fans. You know what I mean? So
me personally, as somebody who's, if I'm thinking about it from a marketing standpoint or a business standpoint, this is my project. This is all about me starting my new label, Cold World.
Yep.
New
If
life.
I'm going to put something out, I want it to be a great body of work. I want it to be received. I want it to be critically acclaimed because I want to be able to tour from this. I want to be able to sell merch from this. I want to be able to prop up new artists from this. I want it to be, and sometimes you gotta be you gotta be selfless and be like, man, I can't do that on this album. I can't make this a passion album or a project because I gotta solidify my company. And as a businessman, you want to put out the best, you want it to be received in the best way, in the best manner. And if you're smart, you know that's not an artistic thing to do. You can't do it from an artist standpoint. You got to do it from a businessman standpoint. And you've been in the business long enough to know how to do that. So,
I don't think he cares if it's critically acclaimed or not because he don't even like the critics. I don't even think that for artists to put out the best project, artists never knows because if they did, everyone would have a hit record. When it comes down to music is one of those things that has to be pushed. That's why I said now in time is a different time. It's not a change, but it's a different time where you cannot force feed nobody no more because everybody don't like the same things. People rather just see who you are and pick out what you like. Everybody always talk about Luther Vandross, Whitney Houston. I never liked the whole Whitney Houston album. I never liked the whole Luther Vandross album.
True.
I have 1 to 2 albums. A single used to last people in the marketplace 9 months.
Yeah.
In the market, they release one record every 9 months.
Yeah.
6 months if it get drug. R. Kelly had a way to get 2 years out of a record. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because R. Kelly was a producer. So
Yeah.
by him being a producer, he knew what worked for him.
Yeah.
Right? My camera went out, but we gonna keep going. But there was you ain't never heard Luther Vandross had 3 hit records on one song, one album?
No, never.
R. Kelly albums would last almost 3 to 4 years. Yeah. Isn't that right?
I felt like those had little cohesion to it though. Like it was cohesive projects. This felt really all over the place. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know if have you ever recorded, Mel?
Yeah, I'm a failing artist.
Well, you're not a failing artist. You're just an artist who time either you gave up on it or it's still coming. So right. what I say to you is that I worked on R&B projects. You know what I mean? Angela Winbush, Stevie Wonder, Anita Baker, Temptations. All those albums was not cohesive. All of them was put together. That's why you got 27, 35 different musicians on different songs, 17, 18 writers on different songs. Those are things that are really taped together.
Yeah. I agree.
Right? And with a rapper's album, it's totally different. 9 times out of 10, you have one producer.
Mm,
You feel
gotcha.
me? You have one, and the producer's actually also the arranger.
Yeah.
And sometimes the engineer. So it's different. These are more heartfelt albums, right? And J. Cole is probably way more heartfelt and probably way more directional than we could possibly imagine. It's just that, again, I state that he wanted to put out 24 records at one time to let people pick what could be their favorite instead of force feeding.
Speaking of favorite, what is your favorite song off the album?
Ooh, don't give me. I'm not gonna lie.
Just one. No. Just pick one song, because I can tell you mine right
Number
now.
two, the second one, not the second one. At the second song, not the intro plus the song. Whatever number two is, that I love that record.
2-6.
Whatever it is on the first one.
On 29. It's 29.
Yes.
Okay, my favorite song is actually on the second disc, 39.
Oh.
It's Quick Stop. Quick Stop. I love that song. Mel, what about you?
Safety, because it give me Nas vibes lyrically, and like Lupe Fiasco, the cool vibes sonically.
Got you.
But like it's kind of like you can hear kind of like a smooth ride, like kick push, kind of like that Lupe, and then with like lyrics and the storytelling, Nas on One Love.
Got you. Out of all of like everybody that was in J. Cole's class, we got Meek Mill, Big Sean, Drake, Wale, and Kendrick. Who do y'all think has the most replay value out of everybody I just mentioned?
J. Cole.
The most replay value?
Well, Drake, of course. We don't even want to talk about it. We're not comparing.
No, that's what I said. I said who has
Drake.
Out of his class,
Drake.
replay value?
Drake.
Okay, Mel, who you say?
Wale.
I say Wale too. I think Wale has more replay value than Drake.
Here's why I don't say Wale.
Okay.
Wale appeals to more just black folks. You know,
I get what
that's
you're
all
saying.
he talk about is black women and stuff like that. See, he has more appeal the way he dressed and all that. Drake is more universal. First of all, we know what colorism do.
Right.
So we're gonna say he's light skinned. And I would definitely say the fact that Drake has the appeal to just press play and just let everything play. J. Cole has that appeal, but he don't have to look and he don't reach out. He have dreads. You feel me? So aesthetically, it's Drake.
Right.
You know what I mean? The whole package, Drake, all day.
Crossover appeal, yeah.
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 And Wale don't. The only reason why I wouldn't say Wale, not because of his skill set, it's just his how he's built, how he look. You know what I mean? He got dreads, long dreads, or braids, whatever you want to choose. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he speak of black women a lot, right? White women and other ethnic girls, other ethnicities, they don't want to hear that.
I understand that.
That's why Drake, when he did his last album, you seen that cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's everything on there.
He was letting you know, like, I'm for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everybody can love me. So when you see that, I mean, it happens with authors, it happens with musicians, it happens with everyone when colorism is involved. If they feel accepted, they're going to listen. You know what I mean? And that's marketing.
Yeah.
So Drake album probably could be marketed anywhere. J. Cole's can't.
Yeah.
J. Cole's could be marketed everywhere because of the cover, but the minute you show his face with dreads, it's done.
Right.
I would put ASAP in that kind of category too.
Oh yeah, ASAP Rocky. Yeah.
Yeah, later ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
The newer one.
Yeah.
But not the old one.
Nah.
He's married to Rihanna.
Yeah. Exactly.
He evolved. He's definitely has some.
He involved, and I like his album.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a good job with that, and I'm glad he took his time with it. But okay, now still sticking with everybody that's in J. Cole's class. Who would y'all say? We talked about replay value already. Who do y'all believe makes better albums? We got. You could throw ASAP in there now if you want to. ASAP, Big Sean, Meek Mill, Drake, Wale, and Kendrick.
Wale makes better albums.
I agree. Mel?
I would have to say, for me, it's Wale. But if I would have to say, probably, I would have to throw Kendrick in there too. I haven't heard a bad Kendrick album.
It's not being bad. It's the arrangement again. His arrangements of his songs, like this last one, GTX is it called?
GNX.
GNX. That album took you places.
Yeah.
It made you think. It put yourself in that position. His other albums was gang culture. How it laid out.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers?
All of them.
Oh, okay. Before GNX.
Yeah, before GNX.
Okay.
All of them made you feel gang culture, the flow of it. That's the end. He didn't have to mention the gang.
Right. I get what you're saying.
It's just gang culture, the way it made you feel, bounce, and all that. But GNX was more, okay, even if it was gang culture, it made you think. It made you see stuff differently. Yeah. Even going against another artist. Anytime a diss record is the biggest song on your album, so you think.
Yeah, well, because it wasn't on the album.
Right. So you think, you be like, oh, okay. You assume, then you buy, then you feel different. Mm-hmm. So I'm just looking at it from the marketing standpoint of a person like Kendrick. As you know, they cleaned them up on the Grammys.
Yeah, they did.
They cleaned them up on the Grammys.
Yep. And
it wasn't because it's the Grammys. It's showing he's about to evolve.
Right.
He's gonna come out with a new movie. He's gonna be the guy next door, and somebody broke. It's gonna be all of that with him because they showed that day he's marketable. Yeah. When they showed that he's marketable,
your diss track made it to the Super Bowl, bro. I mean, come on, what else? What's next?
And I think he had the least expensive performance.
Wow.
He only had a stage.
Yeah, that's true.
He only had a stage.
That's all he needed.
That's all. That's all he needed.
Yep.
Focal point.
Okay. Now, last but not least, lyrically, everybody else I already named. We talked about best albums. We talked about replay value. Lyrically, who do y'all put at the top?
Yeah, say the names.
Okay, say the names again. Yeah. A$AP Rocky.
No.
Big Sean.
No.
Okay. Meek Mill.
No.
Wale. Kendrick. Drake.
I had to go with J. Cole.
I'll say J. Cole.
I'll say J. Cole. Lyrically.
I'm going to say J. Cole as well. Because I've heard J. Cole rap with Wale. He's watched him on at least 2, maybe 3 songs. I could be off. I've heard him rap with Drake. Watch Drake. I've heard him. I don't think I've heard him rap with. If I heard him rap with Sean, it was back in the day, like in their beginning stages. I don't remember who had a better verse or whatever, but basically what I'm saying is I've heard J. Cole out rap the people that I listen to more than J. Cole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've even heard J. Cole out rap Fabulous.
How many people you get? How many people you just named?
At least 6.
So let's can we put it in this context, and this is how we'll rate this.
Okay.
Let's go with superheroes just on Marvel.
Superheroes on Marvel. Okay.
Spider-Man.
Okay. Superman.
Sorry,
my bad.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Hold on. Iron Man.
Thor.
Hulk. Wolverine.
All right.
J. Cole is Wolverine.
Why is that?
Aggressiveness is not his power. His mindset is. Hulk, aggressive.
True.
Iron Man.
But he got to get mad to get aggressive. So, yeah.
And that's the only way he get his powers.
Yeah.
Spider-Man has been bitten by a spider, and he's non-aggressive.
True. Yeah.
He don't kill. Cool. Now you're looking at Thor. He has a power source.
The hammer.
Not the hammer.
Thunder. Yeah.
Right? Then you talking about Black Panther. He have to have a suit.
Yeah.
To be untouchable. Though Wolverine has his titanium, whatever
Animanium
inside of his body, he still can choose not to kill, be aggressive, beat him up, whatever.
He can't die.
He can't because he know his strengths. He know no weakness.
Got you.
And that's how I look at J. Cole. He know no weakness because everything a rapper is made of, you need from him.
Do y'all think that apology really hurt him?
No.
Mel?
You know what? It's something about J. Cole where we could name all those intangibles, all those things that he possessed, and all those things that embody J. Cole as an artist, as a rapper, and all these things. But somehow we really don't put him above Drake and Kendrick, and we got to ask ourselves why.
Well,
We kind of listed it already.
And we already said that. I mean, you just got come on.
Well, between us, we already said it.
Yeah.
But with the masses, unfortunately, with the masses, let's
No,
be
we-
real. Let's be
breathing.
real. A lot of people are superficial as hell, bro.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, a lot of people wanna, whoever they listening to, they wanna look like them too.
Yes.
Especially these kids. If the kids don't wanna look like you, you're cooked.
And it's easy to get a fade. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
With Drake, it's easy to be. Every light skinned guy had their hair cut like Drake.
Yeah, but
I'm
now
being
Drake
honest.
got braids. But you know what I'm saying? But it's easy for somebody mixed to grow their hair.
Right.
So, I mean, if the kids don't want to look like you,
It's hard.
it's a done deal.
And you can't get dreads because their parents be like, you better cut the hair off. You ain't gonna get no job.
Exactly. And then let's be real. J. Cole doesn't cater to the flashy or street.
Yeah.
He just himself. A lot of people don't want to be themselves.
And just, I'm sorry.
Even if I could put him above Drake, because I'm gonna put him above Drake. He's better than Drake. But at this point, maybe not before, but at this point, he's better than Drake to me. But even there's something about Kendrick, and they're both like possess these qualities where they're non-threatening, right? They're not like super aggressive artists, but Kendrick can get aggressive, and that kind of like puts him above like Cole, even though we know Cole's the better rapper. Period. And it's like something that I can't put Cole above Kendrick because it's something that Cole lacks, and I really can't put my hands on it. But this album kind of showcased it for me. Like, bro, like, yeah, you're the best rapper, but Kendrick is definitely by and large gonna be the better artist for some reason.
We cannot say this. If you want to, this is how I would look at Kendrick and J. Cole. It's Spider-Man and Venom. Though they are nemesis, right? And they too still don't know each other's weakness. They just know they shouldn't even be in the same room. You know what I mean? And whoever has the most, each other want the most of.
At one point, they were entertaining the idea of doing the album.
That would
together.
have been dope. I think it's still coming. I think that's why number one, things is going this way. Because once they come together, could you imagine this? They not like us, but we just like us. Some type of not a banter like that, but something to show like, hey, we still brothers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I can see that.
We still can communicate it. But when you go against the grain, Drake went against the grain in the rules of war.
Yeah.
So Kendrick went straight at him.
Yeah.
And it did. And when the art of war and the strategic thing about war, you got to go straight at him with a little illusion.
Yeah.
Right? Drake always said he had a country behind him, but he don't have a culture.
Nope.
Kendrick have a gang culture behind him that goes from here to all over the world.
Yeah.
So with that being said, he lost by not understanding you got to go straight at him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I would have went, hey Dre, I need you to produce my album or something before that beef even happened.
Yeah. That would have been a game changer.
Jay-Z did it his whole life. Every time he thought opposition came across, he got Bun B. He got the least but most respected people in the South to do a song with.
Yeah.
He could have did a song with Outkast, but he don't need that machine.
Right.
Feel me? He could have did something. He talked about Master P, about it, but he propping up people and not tearing them down.
Yep.
You feel me? Kendrick wasn't going at nobody like that, but Drake was. So you creating enemies in the industry where you need friends. Bush knew his allies before we went to war.
Yeah. And it didn't help that Drake was sitting up here messing with everybody's girl.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah,
you're creating this BS and not understanding the art of war. If you read the book called Art of War by Sun Tzu, you will learn a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I remember that book.
And Jay-Z was one of those people who understood it. So he had everybody from different parts, even where he wasn't strong at. And then when they propping Jay up, like he did a song with Big Boy from Outkast.
Yeah, Poppin' Tags. He did it with Killer Mike. Killer Mike is on that same song.
And he also did it with Twista. So here you go. You got the Midwest. You got the South.
Yeah.
You feel me? Now what he did, he made his group of people. It's a Jay-Z culture. Same thing happened with Apple. I tell people these are nothing but things. If you pay attention to it, this is the art of war.
Yeah.
Like everybody talking about Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Who was it pushed by? Who sponsored it? Apple.
Yeah.
And why? ICE is going on. We know there are American Latino brothers and sisters. It's strategic.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true. Not to mention Jay-Z is also part of the NFL too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like he was a part of the NBA. Well, they say there's no written proof that Jay-Z was the marketing director of the NBA. However, when they put him in that video game and it showed all the things he done for the NBA without being signed or an employee,
right?
He was never officially a music director. I've been wrong for that. He wasn't officially the music director for the NBA. But I don't know if you ever noticed since that video game came out, hip hop been in every game.
Yeah, you're right. So, what do y'all think, or what would y'all like to hear from J. Cole if he was to ever to like make anything else after this album?
I want to talk about a few things. The future, these features that he had. Feature, bro. Yeah. Like Future sounds like J. Cole. Like I want to hear Future feature instead of like J. Cole writing the hook and just Future reciting it on Run a Train.
Yeah. I think that was him.
Like J. Cole.
I think he was paying homage. That was a homage thing. I don't think it was a thing that Cole wouldn't let him do certain things. I think it was a homage thing. Like I tell anybody, that's the reason why Too Short never really had that many features. Yeah. Because Too Short is just Too Short. Yeah. There's nothing extraordinary about him. He's a straight person who do 8th grade rapping to me. No disrespect. No,
it's the truth.
He stayed in his lane. It works for him. But you don't hear no features from him. Not in the past. You know when Jay-Z was smart, like I said,
he got him on the song. Got him on the song. Volume 1.
Yeah. And so it's just a certain things.
And Volume 2.
Yeah. So when it comes to marketing, your marketability only reach the people that you can reach, not the people. So you go get the people who do already reach these people, have them join the game.
Gotcha. J. Cole, the thing about J. Cole with the features is you've done albums without feature. You did Forest Hill Drive, which didn't have a feature. You did KOD, which didn't have features. For Your Eyes Only didn't have features. So when you do invite people, I want to hear those people. I don't want to hear J. Cole.
Look at the people. Look at the people he invited though.
Without people, you've done it without features, and we know you can.
But
so
he
either
did.
Leave them off, or let me hear even Tim's. When Tim's was on that Bounce Road Blues. Mm-hmm. It sounded a lot like something that J. Cole wanted her to say versus Tim showing who she is, because she's phenomenal without J. Cole.
That's the thing. That's kind of the problem when a rapper is a producer. They have a real, I guess you could say, takeover mentality.
Do you think it's takeover?
Not really takeover, but like influential. I say influential.
That's what I'm saying. But I think they pay it homage. So the reason why I'm saying this, and so I don't know if y'all know about this, most of these rappers and stuff cannot even read, right?
Yeah, of course.
So
I know that.
They do what you call dummy tracks. And so they just emulate the dummy track that they was given. That's why Dr. Dre sound like every rapper they wrote for him. Yeah. Okay? So, because Dr. Dre was, somebody let the cat out the bag that he's a functional illiterate. Right. Okay? So, when we look at Tim and Burna Boy, those wasn't attempts to sound like him or them to sound like themselves. Those were attempts to bring in bigger markets. So when you look at Tim Market is 40 times bigger than J. Cole market. because J. Cole market was really U.S., some South Africa, different countries a little bit. But Tim and Burna Boy are world artists.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
They so worldly. They was getting American awards before they was getting their own country or continent area awards.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I understand Burna Boy and Tim's, but Future, let Future be Future, or leave them off.
I think he owed them a favor.
Probably. Yeah, but he probably did.
That
more than likely.
That sound like a favorable use.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think if J. Cole, like, especially with this album, I really wish he would have left What If off. What If?
I don't even remember that record.
That's the record about. He's basically talking about continuing the situation with Biggie and Pac.
Okay.
Biggie and Pac, like before they died, what would have happened if they apologized, they pieced it up, whatever.
That's why I think they setting themselves up for a tour because it's needed, and I think Kendrick probably respect Drake enough for them to do a world tour. That would murder the scene. I think it would kill the Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent tour.
It would, but I'm sorry, I don't see Drake getting called a pedophile.
He didn't call Drake a pedophile. He called his boy a pedophile.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And I did think he was calling Drake a pedophile. I listened to it. I said he didn't even call Drake a pedophile.
Okay, but being associated with one, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see Drake. Think about it. Ever since that beef, Drake ain't even had the same effect on people musically.
Well, it's only because you cannot respond with the thing that kills you. You cannot become the victim when you started it.
True.
One.
Well, wait, nah. Kendrick actually started it. Drake, okay, let's take it back. When Kendrick put out the Control verse on Big Sean's song, he was basically just saying, look, y'all my dogs, but when we get on songs, I'm trying to murder y'all.
That's what everybody said, though.
Right, okay, right. But
Wayne said it, M said it, Jay said it.
But this we talking about the new generation, like, now. Or well, not the new, but you know what I'm saying? This now generation, after the Pacs and Bigs and Jays.
The Mr. Softies. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what my boy said. So anyway, Kendrick, he basically was like, forget all the kumbaya stuff, right?
Right.
He said what he said. After that, Drake took it personal and started just going along after that.
But he tried it in a very disrespectful manner.
True. And then so that's what kind of led us up to they not like us, or they not like us. So
yeah.
I get.
Is that the one say? No, I think in the Future, when it came to the Future record. When the Future record.
Well, because J. Cole jumped on the Drake record and said Kendrick, Drake, and me, we the big three.
Yeah.
Then Kendrick jumped on the Future record saying F the big three. It's just Big Me. Mm-hmm. So it just prolonged after that. After that, J. Cole dropped his disc. Then after J. Cole dropped his disc.
But he didn't say nothing about them. He just said that.
That's all it took.
I see, but that's what take the end the career. You're not listening.
Yeah.
If a person not listening to what a person says, I would have came out with a record. Hey, all three of us, let's do the record. 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? And whatever.
Yeah.
The market
made the best verse survive. Yeah. I would have did that. I would have rather that than a battle.
Because the tracks that came on, the other people who did was Fabulous, Jim Jones and all that. There was no other reason for them other people to be on there. It just should have did Fab. That's it.
Yeah. Right.
It should have been it.
Yeah.
So when it come to Kendrick and Drake and Cole, it's like somebody want to know, well, who's number one? So they said the big three. They ain't say
who's number one.
Who's number one in order is just the big three.
Well, now number one have to be Kendrick.
Has to be Kendrick.
Yeah, it has to be.
I mean, Drake ain't even in 3.
Yeah, yeah. But I would. I mean, it would be dope to see that. I don't really care for Drake. Like Drake, to me, he don't.
It's over.
He doesn't make memorable. Aside from the battle, he never really moved the needle to me. I saw Drake in the beginning, bro. He looked like a puppet. All right, he like a puppet, and he just tried to fit in. He was a cornball that wanted to fit in with the cool guys or with the street guys, and he just had a sound. He had a talent. That's it. That's all. That I never took Drake serious. He made good music, but it wasn't music. It wasn't nothing else behind it. You know what I'm saying? He's no different from somebody being a plant.
Yeah,
To
it
me,
seems slow,
Agreed.
shallow music, but at the end of it, it was great music. It was like we don't want to let him in because we know who he is. He's this kid from Degrassi, from Canada, from Toronto. We really don't really like it. Don't really got no to it. Like, but he makes good music. And after for real, after Views, I was done with Drake. Like Drake had after Views, I couldn't stomach Drake anymore for a whole album.
The dopest song Drake ever did when he did the song where he was going around the video and he was helping people out.
God's plan.
God's plan. That was the best video. He should have stayed within God's plan. He trying to go. Listen, I learned this from music by being in the streets. There was a rapper named B Def, right? Mm-hmm. B Def was the coldest vocally, lyrically, the coldest. Mm-hmm. His problem was, well, I ain't gonna say his problem, God rest his soul, because he's passed along, but everyone had a problem with him. And it wasn't because of his lyrics. Everybody worshiped him. Mm. But when people worship you, you have to take accountability in the leadership you're going to put within your own community. Yeah. You have to be an example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out. And same thing to me with Royce. Royce now is the coldest rapper, period, to me.
From Detroit?
From Detroit. Lyrically.
Okay.
Lyrically.
I heard you.
The problem is that, again, no leadership accountability.
Yeah.
Before there was an M, there was a Royce.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. And then he beefed out with M.
Proof.
Proof beef.
I beefed out with
Royce. And then that turned into a beef with M. Okay.
Because you got to remember, Royce was M hype person first.
Right. Yeah.
They supposed to came up with the Bad versus Evil years ago.
Before it happened. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Royce wrote every time you heard the rap voice on Eminem's album was Dr. Dre. That was Royce.
Yeah, he wrote on the Chronic 2001.
He wrote on a lot of people's stuff.
He wrote a lot.
He was the first rapper. He had the highest recording contract for first time ever. Okay. He had 920 some thousand, and then M did the BS with 50 and gave 50 a million.
Yeah. All right, so we got a few minutes left, man. Let's go into test with Todd real quick. I'm just about to throw out some rappers, and y'all pick the rappers.
Go.
J. Cole, Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Okay. Big Sean, Wale. Same here. All right. Fab, Lloyd Banks.
Fab.
All right. Jay-Z, Nas. I already know what you're going to say.
Jay all day.
Okay, Mel. Jay-Z? Okay, I'm about to ask you why Jay-Z. I already know why.
You don't know why.
Okay. You've explained. Well, you probably got a different reason. But go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mel. I'm holla at me and tell me why real quick about Jay-Z over Nas.
The same reason I would pick Kendrick over J. Cole. I'm going to get more diversity. I'm going to get more aggression. I'm going to get more business. I'm going to get social commentary. I'm going to get everything I really need from Jay-Z. Even if I want to get ratchet, I can go to Jay-Z. If I want a social commentary, like what's going on in the world, I can go to Jay-Z. If I want to know what's going on in the hood, I can go to Jay-Z. If I just want to hear some bounce music, I can go to Jay-Z. I can't do that with Nas.
Okay, Mel.
Miles, you mean?
My bad, Miles.
It was all of that the way he said, but I'm gonna keep it very simple. The way he handles everything. Mm-hmm. You don't know what he's doing. You don't know what's coming up. You don't know none of that. His team is well trained to where you can't even get it out of his team.
Got you.
You feel me?
I understand that.
He's a complete steel wall.
One thing I will give Jay-Z over Nas is that he flows better than him. Like it's a way that Jay-Z can rap over certain stuff. Nas can't do it.
No, he can't.
And I could even give Jay-Z the credit of rapping better than Nas when he raps fast.
Yes.
I heard Big Things by Nas. It wasn't good the way he rapped. So flowing. Yeah, I got to give it to Jay-Z. He raps better.
Yeah.
All right, I got another one for y'all. Last one. Eminem, or Busta Rhymes?
I call Eminem the syllable rapper.
Okay.
He breaks down the syllables to go with the tempo or the taps of the beats. Right. Good. Can he tell a message
doing that
without disrespecting somebody? I think he gets his energy from demoralizing other people. Like, he's a comic.
Right.
And I think Busta more of the comedian to Busta, that's part of him.
Right.
Eminem was taught that.
Yeah.
But Busta has it more naturally.
So you would choose Busta over him?
Yeah, that's why what you were saying about Jay-Z and Nas, Jay-Z came out with the flipping.
Yeah.
So it's in him already.
Yeah.
So that's why I would say that.
Mel?
Busta.
I get somebody from Detroit something now. We already gave Wale.
I said Royce. I say Royce now. I said Royce.
I didn't compare Royce to nobody yet.
I know, but I did.
Him, because first of all, I think that's my era. You know what I'm saying? I was in high school when Eminem came out. It was just my era. Busta Rhymes been out since the early '90s, so I really didn't get a hold to Busta until later, till he was solo, a solo artist. I think the way Eminem flows is better than Busta when they do the fast rap. I think a lot of it's more cohesive, and I think it's more intelligible. Like, I can understand more of what Eminem is saying versus Busta Rhymes, and it's harder to do what he does when it comes to the fast rap. He really raps fast, but he does metaphors, similes, all this stuff within the fast rap, versus Busta Rhymes is more rudimentary when it comes to when he goes into his fast flow.
Gotcha.
But they're close. They're really close. It's small things that set them apart.
Okay, bet. Well, gentlemen, this was a great episode, man. I appreciate y'all joining me. And the next time something drop, we'll be right here until season 5 actually comes up. And we just gonna keep it rolling, man. I don't know who dropping next, but we gonna be right here when they do.
We got Baby.
Huh?
Baby Keem drops on the 20th.
Okay, bet. I'm gonna check it. Baby Keem. It's Kendrick Lamar's cousin.
I think it's a Kendrick feature on there, so we might get commentary.
Can I say one thing about this artist? I think he's the dopest between who I would say Kendrick and Royce. The guy Joaquin. The guy with the fro. Sometimes he be rapping inside of his car.
Akeem Ali. Yo, he's nice. Yeah,
I can't wait for an album of his.
He got something out now.
An album?
I think it's an EP.
Okay,
it's dope though.
Okay.
I like him too. He's dope. And
I gotta get some promotion in here. Sorry.
Stark Fan Bliss.
He
dropped. Like the album, bro.
That just dropped.
Yeah, get it to me.
I got you.
Matter of fact, I got something coming up. We need to talk. Go ahead.
Bet. But go ahead, Mil.
Stock Fan Bliss. You also got Matters 3. If y'all really into like the R&B melodic rap bag, that Matters 3 is fire. I'm not really a big fan of the Matters series, but Matters 3 is fire. And coming from me, because I like more of the rapper Bliss, but Stark Fan Bliss, Matters 3, if y'all love that type of vibe, that melodic vibe, it's fire. And The Lonely Wolf is out also, so go pick that up. Also, got something else dropping at the end of this month, so back to back, we dropping y'all, hitting y'all with fire. Stark Fan Bliss, go pick it up, go stream it.
Definitely, man. And we out of here, man. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed.